What's up, guys? It's time again. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Welcome to Friday Night Frontline with your boy, the Nizzle. Wow, tonight we got a bunch of things we're going to cover. We're going to do... Well, first we got to talk about CN news, that's for sure. We're going to do a little bit of gambling. And then we might get to gameplay. I don't know. I'm not going to go too late tonight. It's been a very busy week. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a little tired. I'm already pre-sauced for this stream. I don't even need this drink that I'm pouring here. I'm pre-sauced and ready to go. So hopefully it'll be as fun for you as it is for me. It won't be fun, let's be honest. He's boring. But we're going to talk about all sorts of things. A question, you lore nerds. What's this? What's the meaning behind this on his shirt here? Is this the lore accurate stain that Lorelei dropped on him in the story? Is it like the mark of the Gooner? Right? Like, is that because it doesn't look like it's supposed to be part of the shirt. Like, it looks like it's, you know, someone got splashed on, but it's also kind of impressive that it landed on that one particular patch and nowhere else. So what did they mean by this as well? Like, what's the point of having this? It's too big to be a couch. Like, it's too big to sit in, but it's not big enough to sleep in. So there's some questionable things happening there. I have not decorated. I've been a complete disaster. Look at this. I still got that one figurine up there. Oh God. And then I got the peeping Toms over here. Can we just solve that problem? There we go. Poof. Put them in their containment box. Okay. But tonight we're going to do general loot gambling, I think. We're going to cover CN news. We're going to do some, hopefully I can get to, without going too late, I'm going to try and keep it around like maybe an hour and a half tonight. And hopefully we'll get to some gameplay at the end. We'll find out. I hope you guys have been doing good in your, you know, Sparkle Star Wish tour thingy. Nice little warm up for Gunsmoke Frontline, which will be coming this week. Let me see if I can pull up CN. You know, let me get back on the, lie down back on the couch here. It's just, you know, it looks comfy, even if it's a little questionable about the design. How do we zoom in? All right, let me see if I can pull up the CN news, because we got some CN news to cover. Oh no, Roan lost 2 50/50s. Are you talking about on General Lou? Because that's exactly what I'm very afraid is going to happen tonight. That is the worst case scenario. Let's see if I can pull up here. Discord. There we go. Boop. All right, we got a little bit to talk about. I'm going to hide our little Tarius here because she's kind of in the way. There we go. We're going to talk about some CM news, starting with STAR-15, now going under the name of Asteria, which is kind of a nice name. She is a... So when they when they showed her off in the stream, they had mentioned that she is a fire/physical support character, but as far as I can tell, she's just completely physical. Like, I don't know. We're going to talk about the skills here in a second, but if someone can point out the part in her kit where she's a fire type unit or supports fire units in any way, you know, you just you holler at me, because I'm not seeing it. Oh, Roan lost on both Cheyenne, or Shene as I like to call her, and Lucy. That's unfortunate, Roan. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope I don't have that kind of luck. I think tonight's gambling we're probably going to be doing like a go until you lose, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're gonna pull up our good old CN news feed here, and mostly I want to talk about her skills, because they did actually show the previews for her skills. And is there anything to show? No, that's just that. This is the one I want to show you, because this one has, I think I can zoom in here, so it's a little easier for you guys to see on the screen. So let's talk about her skills. But instead of talking about the skills, let's go down to the bottom here. Let's talk about this. Oh God, this passive. So this, to me, when I see a passive that's this long, I immediately think, oh God, they don't know what to do. They're trying to fix something by shoving like 5 kits into it. And that's what's going on here. It's this just screams we don't know how to fix the physical team problem with like not reacting with tiles and stuff. So let's just shove like 7 different characters passives into one passive and call it a day. So we're going to try and talk about these. I'll do my best. Not everything is in these translations yet. Like, for example, if we just like hop up here to the one right above it, Vindicator's Mark. There is no translation as to what this does as far as I see, unless it's just this second half, but just bear with me. We're just going to try and get through like the main outline of what she does. So her passive, let's, oh boy. So at the start of the battle, applies bond to all physical attributed dolls. Now, quick, we're going to bounce up here. Bond is just, she shares a portion of her attack power with the rest of the team. So it's pretty good. Big old attack power buff for everybody. When an ally unit deals physical damage without an ammo type, the ammo type the unit uses is attached to the attack. So this is very, I don't know when this ever comes into play. I've tested this before in the past, like units like Chongju and stuff. When they do, like, for example, support attacks that are fire-based damage, they should be getting like the, for example, or in her case, medium ammo attribute applied to the attack as well. I don't know what attacks this would be affecting. It's got to be some weird instances, like, I don't know, Voimastinga's little rockets or something, or maybe like Ulrid's bow attack, right? Because she's a sword unit, so it's like technically not a melee attack. So maybe that one doesn't use the right ammo type weakness. So this is pretty niche. I don't think this is going to affect very many units, and if it's physical only as well, physical units only. At the start of the battle, crime and punishment is triggered. Oh, Lord question, who knows what crime and punishment is? What's this a reference to? And no, I'm not talking about the TV show. Crime and punishment is triggered at the end of the round following the use of the ultimate skill, Railgun Judgment. Units with bond gain crime and punishment with a reduced stat increase. So essentially what this says is that she's going to get this big buff right here, and she's going to give it to all of her teammates after she uses her ult. But it's going to be like lessened to a little bit. So the buff itself, crime and punishment, gives you crit rate, crit damage, and attack. So it's just like a big damage buff. And after the holder does any of the following, which is deals physical damage to a unit. Okay, this is confusing. After you do physical damage to a unit, Blade of Sin, which this one is not translated as to what this debuff does, is triggered against the target. And it also triggers against the target nearest to the enemy and when the enemy attacks. So that's what I was trying to outline there, is that it triggers when you attack, it triggers on the target's closest friend, and it triggers when they attack you. So it kind of is just going off all the time. I'm just gonna assume Blade of Sin is some sort of targeted damage attack, or like, you know, like an interception type attack. We don't, like I said, there's not a translation in here as to what exactly this does, but I'm just gonna assume it's a counterattacking buff, which means that everybody on the team should get this, right? Because everyone on the team is going to be getting this crime and punishment buff. Yes, everyone gains crime and punishment, so everyone should be triggering this. So this should just be going off a lot, which makes me think it's just going to be an instance of damage, like a damage reflection. Blah, blah, blah. So then after that, she uses a locked on attack against the target, which once again didn't really translate what that does, but this is the part that's interesting. It deals melee physical damage that ignores cover as well as stability index. So you're not going to have to worry about stability anymore. So if it looks like physical team is like totally going to ignore the stability and the defensive targets, right? Because obviously you're going to be stacking defense ignore on your units already from other buffs, and then you're going to be stacking stability ignore. This is, like I said, this is one that I'd like to see in action before I get too carried away, because that seems like a pretty big damage increase. Because you're going to obviously ignore the most bosses and most enemy units, elite units and stuff have, like, you know, 80% damage reduction. So that would, in theory, go through this. After the skill resolves, she gains Convective Index, which is pointless because we don't really know what that's used for. Before the holder takes damage, Shield of Punishment is triggered. We don't know what Shield of Punishment does. via crime and punishment, granting immunity to that instance of damage. So if this is just exactly what it says here, it sounds like it's going to be like Lorelei's, where it's just like ignore the instance of damage. So this is like 4 different passives together, right? Like she just gives the whole team this passive, and the whole team gets a huge crit damage, attack buff, and a counter attack buff, and ignores damage instances, and gets confectants and like there's a lot shoved in this passive, and like it's a little confusing how it's written, so I kind of want to see it in action, but that's the passive. Like that's what's going to bring the physical units back to life. The rest of her kit is actually surprisingly very straightforward. Basic attack is exactly that. The first skill here, Assault Focus, lands on a selected tile and gains composure. Don't know what that does. Reducing damage taken. I guess that just means it reduces damage taken, right? The effect is enhanced if she lands in cover. Mostly this is just a movement ability. And you will get, she will apply Sync to all allies with Bond, which once again, Bond should be on all physical type units at the beginning of the match. So now they just get even more increased attack. This is probably just going to be like a mobility skill to help her get where she wants to be, and at the same time, increase the effects of her buff. Nothing special there. The other one here, also kind of boring, right? Deals AoE physical damage to the target and all surrounding enemies, and applies movement down 2. If 2 or more targets are hit or a boss is hit, she gets additional movement and also gains Sync again. So once again, this is just an AoE attack that applies movement down, and then she gets to go move around a little bit after. Once again, very, very kind of boring, very standard. But the ultimate is rather interesting. It applies defense down and Vindicator's Mark to all enemy units ahead of Asteria, inflicting weapon weakness on all of them. If this is what they mean, if Vindicator's Mark, if this debuff is literally just inflict all weapon weaknesses to them, that's not too bad, right? So the weapon weaknesses are things like light ammo, medium ammo, heavy, melee, shotgun, and I'm forgetting one. But those are the ammo weaknesses, which isn't bad, because I guess you could also pair her in non-physical teams. I don't know if you'd ever want to do that, judging by the rest of her kit, but it doesn't seem like you need to create a tile to do this, right? Almost every other element in the game, with exception of like Springfield, the way they implant weakness is by putting a tile underneath the target. So I guess you could stack this on top of that. I just don't know if it's worth taking this unit just to do that. Because you got to remember, they won't be benefiting from her passive, which to me, it looks like she's just a giant walking passive. Okay, then in addition, when the affected enemy takes physical damage, their defense is reduced and their physical damage they take is increased. So just a damage amp on the target as well. And physical damage ignores cover, which also doesn't really matter, because almost all large targets, which are bosses, don't benefit from cover. So this is kind of redundant. I guess it's okay for smaller stuff. So yeah, that's her kit in a nutshell. It's a movement skill with a buff attached to it, a AoE damage / movement down debuff to the target with a team-wide buff attached to it, and just a huge passive. The alt, inflicts weakness. That's kind of it. So let's see, show some of the animations here while I talk. It's pretty straightforward. The big question is like, what are the numbers on these abilities? As usual, they didn't give any numbers related to these. We can talk about the keys, but we can't talk about the segments. There was no segments anywhere that I saw listed. The keys are all kind of straightforward. Physical damage increased by all units out of turn attacks. Sync is applied, refreshes the duration of Vindicator's Mark. This one's pretty good. So anytime you're going to apply Sync, which sounds like anytime you use any of your abilities with the exception of your alt, it's going to refresh the alt. This one is interesting. Before the ally attacks a target with Vindicator's Mark, they gain reverse assault. So according to the translator's note up here, reverse assault is Yuhi's defense penetration buff. So if this is true, if this is their translation of reverse assault, which I've already forgotten what the Yuhi actual ability in English is called, but if this is just that ability, sorry Yuhi, I put the dancing outfit on, because I think you're gonna have to go get another job, because I don't know why you would take Yuhi in the team anymore. Like this, to me, this just like a straight power creep of Yuhi. I don't, because really all she does from that is she does a little bit of stability damage, which like she gives you a stability damage up buff, which is not so needed on, you know, this team, considering now according to their passive they're going to ignore stability. And unless I'm forgetting something, I mean, she gives like an attack, you know, at higher segments she gives attack up buff, at, you know, some crit damage buff, but I don't know if it's worth a whole slot just for that. So this seems like yeah, sorry, you're unemployed now. When a unit with Vindicator's Mark dies, it transfers it to the nearest target. Less important, maybe for some game modes. Damage dealt by crime and punishment is increased based on the number of different enemy units attacked. I don't know how useful that would be either. Yeah, I don't know how useful that would be. In boss fights, obviously, it doesn't seem like it's going to be very good, but it might be decent for... Because you got to remember, units like Voimastina have like pretty big AoEs. So they can hit a lot of targets with their stuff, assuming this means in one attack. And then the ultimate skill, Railgun Judgment, is changed to deal melee damage. Very interesting. Increases the damage dealt to Paradise units. These are the kind of keys that I really like to see. This is really interesting. Changing the ult to melee damage. So now we have another assault rifle unit that can use the melee set besides just Voimastina and get like pretty good returns on it. Because like I said, looking from her kit earlier, it seemed like the first two abilities like were, you know, not going to do very much, right? Like just an AoE. The first ability doesn't do damage, it just relocates you. Second ability just does AoE damage, but the third ability, her ult, the third ability, this one seems like it's going to be the primary source for damage. So this might not be a bad... And I'm just going to guess, this is just, I know, wild guess, that her segments are going to increase the damage of this ult just significantly. I wouldn't be surprised if you see segments like increase the multiplier of the ultimate skill, Railgun Judgment, by 800%, you know, things like that. So I expect this key to see a lot of use. And this is actually really cool that you can install this key and just kind of change how a unit plays a little bit and like change the gearing or the team building around a character. That's cool. And the common key, ultimate skill, is used damage dealt for the round is increased. Nothing special there, but can be used on a lot of other units. This seems like a pretty generic key, as long as it doesn't require you to hit the target with the ultimate skill, right? As long as it doesn't mean you have to do damage with the ultimate. This could be a very good key because there's a lot of units that would use that. So all in all, she's looking to be, I think this is her, yeah, this is her second skill. That's the AoE, where she just rolls the Goliath at them. I don't know where she's getting these Goliaths from. You know, I guess just tuck them in your pocket. But yeah, so far it looks like to be an interesting unit. Oh, by the way, Crime and Punishment was the name of her two guns in GFL1 after her mod 3. The full STAR that she uses, and then the little mini stub gun STAR that she used. I forgot what the pattern on that one is, but that was the name of the two guns, Crime and Punishment, which the lore is so deep. It's so deep. The lore is so deep in this game. Of course, you got rid of those to get this ugly ass looking thing. I mean, it's not too bad, actually. It could be worse. This is just, you know, they're sticking with what they know. And that's kind of it. I think this is the alt animation. Or no, this is the training animation. She gets the railgun. I don't know when this happens, when she gets the railgun. I don't remember anyone handing it to her, but I guess, you know, I guess M4 is just like, hey, you know what? Take this. Pretty cool there. This last little bit of frame here is interesting, because there's like two different modes on it. So the left mode, it almost does like a slam attack, and then this one does like a straightforward dash, and you can even see two different icons here. I'm not really sure what that is, because I don't even think these icons... These are not the same icons, are they? That one is the first. Yeah, this second icon isn't even shown under her skills here. So I wonder if there's like an alternate firing mode with this. Unless maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the, like this icon here. Oh, I bet you guys can't see this when I zoom in. Yeah, whoa. This icon down here, this might be the fix key that changes it. So again, you'll see, I'll just rewind it a couple times. There you go. So you can see that it changes how it performs. Interesting. All right, let me catch up with chat real quick. I like that all her skills really link back to her GFL1 days with the M4 cope. Yes, they definitely do. She is one of the characters that seem to escape. It seems like there's only two types of characters they release now. It's like they'll take a GFL1 character and change them drastically in their design, such as like Phelan, or they'll take a character like AK-12 and almost like one-for-one copy-paste them into GFL2. So she seems to be almost a one-for-one copy-paste. Even the outfit is pretty similar. And as I think we'll scroll down here. Oh, there's some more meme weapons. Like, this is like, oh, it's a fishing pole. Ha ha ha. So funny. So funny. This one's like, I think that's supposed to be like a fireplace pick. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. And it's like a chili pepper. Oh, so funny. Hilarious. It's hilarious. Okay. But yeah, it is kind of interesting that they're keeping her design mostly the same as it was in GFL1. So there's a lot of like callbacks and references. The Klukai outfit, you guys, you know, I mean, is anyone really excited for this? I mean, I'm sure there's somebody excited for this, but like what do you Klukai lovers do? Like, what happens? Do you just every day of the week put a new outfit on? Like, how does this work? Like, I have like 2 Klukai outfits, and I'm already like, I don't know which one I should ever use. But like now there's like 5 of them. And it's like, bro, I mean, like, what are you gonna do with all these? You know, suffering from success, I guess. Oh, and then her outfit. This one's actually kind of cool. The school shooter outfit. Alexa, play Pumped Up Kicks. This is, like I said, kind of cool. Little camo skirt there. This one they did a good job on. I'm actually kind of digging this. Once again, this is like a throwback to her GFL1 design with, I don't know where the glasses come from, but they're just kind of taped on there. So like I said, cool. This one's a little out of character, but whatever. We don't care about things like that. Overall, I'm excited. You know, it seems like an interesting character. We will have to see if she is the revival of the physical units. I'm still a little bit like, part of me thinks that they just crank the numbers up on those buffs like just so huge. There's no way that they don't, you know, it doesn't bring the physical team in line with a lot of the other teams. The downside is like, I don't know if that's a good long-term fix. I feel like they're just putting a band-aid on the problem for now. But I have a feeling she herself will be doing Unga Bunga damage at segment 6. I know, crazy prediction. And she'll also be letting the physical units do a lot of Unga Bunga damage. This is the concept art. So you got like the original GFL1 design here on the left, or like kind of a callback to it. And then like I said, I really like this one on the right here. I don't know why. I'm just feeling it, you know. And I think that's kind of all we need to. Oh yeah, here's the Gunnar one for Perry. This one's so low effort. It's like whatever, dude. You know, yay, everyone gets it for free. The only problem is you have to own this unit. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Whatever. And I think that's kind of it. And then this is like, yeah, this is just upcoming stream stuff. Okay, cool. We're all caught up on CN News. So Asteria coming soon. We'll know next week. I'll try and get info for the next stream, which the next stream will not be next week. We'll talk about this at the end of the stream tonight, but I will not be here next week. But 2 weeks from now, whenever when we do the stream next, I'll try and get you more and better info on Asteria. V3 Yuhi versus Segment 0 Asteria would be interesting. I'm going to guess that Segment 0 Asteria just blows Yuhi even at V3 out of the water. Maybe not V6 Yuhi, because V6 Yuhi tends to do pretty good damage. But I'm going to guess V3 just like gets dunked on. That's my prediction. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. Certain scientific railgun. Yeah, that's another funny thing you mentioned, Mr. P. Fletcher. It's funny how this railgun, this like pocket Jupiter, has been in the game now for so long, and I think it was just literally added in like a one-off sentence, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it was just like when they designed M16, they're like, boy, wouldn't it look cool if she had this like cool like case, like gun case on her back? And then later on, when they redid M4's design for her mod, you know, they gave it to her, and they're like, boy, this looks really cool, right? And it was something M16 had, so like it's thematic. And I think they only ever talked about it in the GFL story once. I think randomly one day, Persicaria just like walks up to M16 and is like, oh yeah, I took the data from Arctic Warfare and I made this. Here you go. Use it when you think it's necessary. And I believe that was like the only time they ever mention it. And she never even really uses it in the story. I think in like some of the cutscenes, like some of those animated cutscenes during Shattered Connection, maybe M4 might have used it, but it's funny. It's like this is like an ancient GFL1 relic that's just been passed down through the ages, but nobody really knows where it came from. And if it's so good, why don't they make more of them, you know? Didn't they tease this in the global stream for Dawnforger? Yeah, Roan, if you're talking about that, I'm assuming you were talking about the Perry outfit when I was, both of these, all these outfits were shown in the EN stream. They need to make a crossover skin from the anime. Ooh, we don't, there was never an anime. I don't know what you're talking about. GFL's still waiting to get an anime adaptation. As long as she is still flat as we remember her, though power creeping Yuhi is not really a long-term solution. By Mr. Dano Best Gamer. Well, they, like I said, they kept the character design very similar to GFL1. They didn't seem to change any of the character assets, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't know if I would say that power creeping a support like Yuhi is just like not good for the game because it sets like a bad precedent. But at the same time, they've kind of done it like twice already. You know, like Vector's kind of on the way out. Meech T's on the way out, and I'm sure there's a couple others that I've already forgotten. You know, no king rules forever. You can't be the meta support for the element for, you know, now until the end of time. So eventually, Yuki's gonna get replaced. To me, this is the kit at segment 0, right? The segment 0 kit is literally this passive, and I guess the alt. I don't know if this is enough to fix the issues CN side long term, because you've just put a big multiplier on the damage, which is fine if you didn't do that with literally every unit that comes out. Like every unit that they've released recently is just, you know, stronger than the last one by a significant margin, and it buffs the team on, like for supports, they usually buff the team that they're on by a lot too. Sextans, for example. And it's like, the next support, let's say the next unit is actually like a pure fire unit, or I don't know, maybe like a pure, let's pick a different element, a pure electric. Yeah, because we could really use another good electric unit. If the next unit is just a pure electric unit and does this, but for the electric team, it's like, okay, you repeat that cycle 3 or 4 times, and now the physical team's struggling again, you know, and then we need another STAR or Asteria to, you know, boost them a second time. And it's like, I don't know. This is a fix. I just don't know if it's a good long-term fix. To me, I feel like they needed a team-wide mechanic similar to the Ember mechanic for Fire. It's weird, right? Fire got that Ember mechanic. They said they were going to do it for the other elements, and they never did. Nobody else got a mechanic like that, like a team-wide resource mechanic. That actually would have been good for physical. Instead of just clumping it all in the passive, because then just like Fire did, you can release multiple units that feed into this team-wide resource, and then you don't necessarily just hard power creep someone out of the team. Like for example, you know, Lorelei is really good at generating Ember stacks, but she does, in theory, kind of want at least one other person on the team. So all of a sudden, a unit like Sakura has more value than just by herself, you know. And same thing with like Lewis and stuff. Even if Lewis isn't cranking out as big a damage numbers as say like Kyohan, the fact that Lewis can help keep that fire buff for the entire team up 100% of the time and rolling, like that's kind of important. So I feel like if they would have done something like that for physical, you know, maybe. And like, you know, using that example once again, I don't know what in here says fire. I don't know. There's nothing in here that jumped out as a fire type ability. It's all physical damage. All these buffs really only affect physical units. So they either hard pivoted on that idea after they said it on stream, which is like really questionable. Like that just also reeks of like, what are you guys doing? Do you even know what you're doing? When you would say this is a hybrid physical fire unit, and then like 2 weeks later, or I guess a month later, you remove the entire fire aspect from it. So I don't know, man. It's weird. Do I think the game is getting too expensive? It certainly feels bad now to be a dolphin on my end. Well, Mr. SY Crash, yes and no. The game itself, it's just a mind game, right? The game is not getting more expensive because the actual stuff that you need units for, which would be like story modes, events, phase clash, things like that, none of that has gone up in difficulty. And you can easily do all that with segment 0 units and even like hybrid teams. The only things that really are kind of like requiring more and more investment these days are things like, you know, Gunsmoke, because it's no longer this, well, it will be when OTS 14 comes out, but you know, it's the good old days of using Klukai on every single team and still like, you know, doing the best damage for that team type is over. You kind of need more specialized units for every team. You know, OTS 14 goes kind of everywhere, but you know, for example, you're not going to use your middle in a corrosion team. You're not, I mean, Phelan you can use in other corrosion and non-corrosion teams, but there's a lot of units that don't really transfer over. So if you want like really strong teams for every element for like Gunsmoke matching and stuff, it is getting a little more expensive because like I said, the unit's life cycle and like lifespan is just not great, you know, especially with the way that they're releasing expansion keys. There's a lot of power creep in the expansion keys, as we just saw with Klukai's. Klukai's expansion key is crazy strong. And then you're going to see the next expansion key, or even Springfield's, is really strong. Like, perfect example, compare Springfield's to Florence's that just came out. I haven't even unlocked them on this account. Those two keys are not the same level of strength, and that's the problem. You know, Springfield was already like an auto include in every Hydro team. Florence was already kind of struggling to keep her spot. So it's like, you'd think the power would have been the opposite. You would have think that Florence's key would have been mega strong and Springfield's would have just been a quality of life. Okay, you put shared telepathy on everybody, but that's not how it went. So yeah, the game's getting kind of weird as far as investment for like high end stuff, but for more casual people and like low to mid stuff, you just want to get like clears and just want to get, you know, the events done stuff. I don't think it's gotten any more expensive, probably even cheaper because you need even less characters. Now there's like powerhouse characters that just work so well for everything, like, you know, AK-15. Paul makes a very good point. Paul says that Yuhi's dancing takes forever and we should boot her off the team, and I'm 100% with you right there. Hell yeah, Paul. He's spitting the real facts. That's the real truth. Yuhi's dancing is annoying and it takes forever. I agree. Okay, let's get back to the game here. What a handsome individual. Look at that. So suave. There will always be a weakest team. Yep. No king rules forever, and there will always be someone on the bottom. The true truths of life. Do we do this, guys? I don't know. The game hit me with this when I logged in. They're like, you're gonna list. All right, we're gonna do this first one. I might regret this. Going in on this blind, no idea. If this is as much of a thirst trap as the other one, oh god. The late night companionship committee, just what were they thinking? Okay, and it's like it's. I hope that there's a little. You got the two thirstiest characters in the game, right? You got Florence and Lorelei in this, and then we have like more normal characters like Vector and Lewis. So hopefully they'll balance this out. All right, we're gonna do this one, and then we're gonna gamble. Oh yeah, that's right. Is there voice acting in this? I don't remember. The commander's not voice acted. No, we got shafted. No voice acting. Oh shit, I'm knocking my mic over. Telling me bedtime story. Do I need to read this out for you guys? Do you guys want me to read you a bedtime story? I'll be honest, I'm a little too. We got low energy Nizzle in here tonight. He doesn't really want to read all these. Vector can't tell bedtime stories. Wow, how embarrassing is that? What a great idea, Lewis. Is this going to be like a game of telephone where everyone tries to tell part of the story and it becomes like a monstrosity of a bedtime story by the end? Let's give it a go. There was once an unlucky hero who lost all of his 50/50s. Unfortunate. Unbelievably unfortunate, in fact. A binary hero? Whoa, it's getting a little too woke here. Yeah, I relate with Nixie. Nixie's like, this shit is gay as fuck. All right. I guess that was just a warm up to the story. I want to know if I get to do like a voting. I get to pick my favorite. But this is actually kind of a tough. If I gotta pick my favorite bedtime story, we might have to actually listen to the stories because I like all three of these characters. To slay the dragon with 3 heroes. Dude, how do you, Vector? You're not okay. Just go with it. I'm gonna go shoot this dragon. Oh shit, I forgot my gun. This is like one of those, this reminds me a lot of like those group D&D games where you like each person takes a turn as the DM and like just crazy nonsense keeps happening. It's like, oh yeah, the bullets are in the cave over there, silly. Everyone just leaves bullets in caves. Pink bullets? Okay. Sure, man. Let's go with it. Vector, you're just stop. You're making this hard. Yeah, exactly. Question mark? Why is the dragon in a tank? Dude, give the dragon some dolls, dude. Dragons love dolls. Dude, don't ask me. I ain't fucking come up with this story. Oh, what is this? Enter simulator? Oh no. Guys, did I get tricked? Is this like a really long? Is this a really long thing? I thought this was gonna be just like a little cutscene and then we're gonna get to gambling, but I think I'm being abducted here. Oh, is this just to shill the new outfits? Is everyone going to be in an outfit? Yep. I mean, these are not new. That one's not a new outfit, but... Mika, you don't need to do product placement. Like... Poor Fake Deuce is like, oh yeah, I don't got an outfit. Oh, she does. Yeah, I forgot about this. How could I forget about this? Not a true fan. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that ain't no fucking dragon. We got the cool rave music, though. Can I cheat and use my versions of these units? There we go. We'll keep it thematic, kind of. Go auto battle. Be my champion here while I catch up with chat. Oh, that was fun. Who topped the damage charts? Oh, dude, Vector's so good. Dude, Fatusa, come on, man. Did 0 damage? What are you even doing? I should share that damage chart with the platoon. Overwhelming firepower. Okay. Should I? All right, we're gonna do one more little segment of this story, but if it keeps going, we're going to gambling because I want to gamble. Oh my god, this stream has been going for 45 minutes already. Jesus Christ, he yaps and he yaps and he yaps some more. I baited you, Mr. SY Crash. I turned in for the like music. Instead, I'm here to watch you stream now. Well, mission accomplished. That was part of my evil plan the whole time. Yeah, Nixie's just fucking laughing her ass off. She's like, oh my god, these people are so stupid. It is kind of funny, you know? It's like Nixie's probably just in her brain thinking, like, how does this guy actually win battles with, like, these people as his subordinates? These people. Yeah. The hero was the dragon's progeny from the start. Whoa, what a twist! What a twist! I am the dragon. I skipped the Warhammer reference? No, I didn't. You mean in this, or you mean in the, was it in the battle? Because yeah, if it was in the battle, I definitely skipped it. That's a pretty obscure Warhammer reference if there's dragons and shit and tanks. Oh, they changed the music and it's like the sad music now. Not really sad, it's like the emotional music. Dragon's progeny have committed no transgressions. I don't know. This is... Can I get some Skyrim lore check in here? Once a dragon, always a dragon. Am I right? Who are you? Team Alduin or are you Team Paranox? Padronax? I forgot his name. Man, I'm a fake fan. I'll continue the story with you. Well, thanks, I guess. This is usually cool. Usually there's like other people you can talk to that have like specific things to say during these events. I think, maybe? Maybe not. Jang, you say something. Are these unique to this little cutscene? I guess not. Maybe. I don't know. All right, Vector, let me guess. Your part of the story is depression because like that's your character in a nutshell. That's why we love you. Lewis said the dolls didn't have that kind of DACA. Bro, that's a... I mean, that's a pretty thin 40K reference. I've heard that term used outside of Warhammer. Just like a generic, like, you know, boom boom stick type reference. The unlucky hero. This is literally every gacha player after they lose all their gambling. Exactly. Dragon's gonna be a pain in the ass. That I agree with. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, that's so sad. But it's a, you know, nah, I'd win. That's a pretty bleak mentality. That's right, Vector. Don't believe in yourself. Believe in the me who believes in you. Okay. All right, Lewis. Let's wrap this up. Let me guess. You want to be really adorable, and the dragon, you want to put a pink bow on the dragon. I don't know how this soiree turned into like a psychoanalysis, like therapy session, right? Like, so tell me, why do you want to tell this story? What does this story say about you? I'm just, the whole time I'm reading everything she's saying, I'm trying to weave in Project NeuroCloud into it to see if any of this makes sense with the fact that, remember, she's our Project NeuroCloud collaboration character. But they seem to have forgotten about that part of her story as well. All right, let's write this story and make it not suck. Okay, here we go. This is the vote. All right, boys. Can I get a vote? Oh, can't we do this on YouTube now? Hold up. Start a poll. Add option. All right, it's gonna be. We got Vector. We got Lewis. And we got Feet. I'll spell it right. Someone's gonna be like, "Who the hell's Feet USA?" All right, start it. Cast your votes now. Who's the protagonist of this story? The cute hero Lewis, the unfortunate hero Vector, or the twin-faced hero Fate Tusi? I'm gonna let this roll for a minute here as I sip on this syrup. We got to vote for Lewis. Lewis all the way. Lewis is the only one I don't have a little oath ring for. Maybe this is her chance to redeem herself. Right now, here's the question: is how do I view the answers? Oh, we got some votes for Lewis. We got a couple of, it's tie. I need someone to be casting the tie-breaking vote here. I'm gonna let this go for 1 more minute. We have 60 seconds. What's this little? Oh, I see. This is to, after you see, you can review it. We got the exciting music now. Come on, somebody cast the tie-breaking vote. I don't know what to do here if we have a tie. I can only pick one. Okay. Oh. Last second vote for Vetusa. Okay, we're gonna move on with our lives here. We got a couple votes for everyone. We got Lewis coming in at 45, Vector at 33, and Vetusa at 22. So pretty good. I think we have a winner. It is Lewis. We're gonna be the cute hero today. Are you sure? See, this is not what I would have picked. I'm glad you guys bullied me into doing this, because I probably would have picked Vector. All right, Lewis, you get to be the answer. Doing that thing with the fingers is so creepy. Commander, don't phrase it like that. Jesus Christ, dude, you're almost as bad as them. Vector, come on, just for a moment here, just, bring the energy level up. Yeah, that's right. Smash that fucking tank. Smash it. Oh, dude, is the dragon, is he gonna vibe? Is that how they're gonna beat him? They're gonna make him vibe to death? Oh, he went night-night. This is a good ending to the story. Because remember, it's supposed to be a bedtime story. Wow. That was... I mean, Tolkien better watch out, because that's like... That was some top-tier storytelling right there. That's going to go down in the legends. Was the dragon's name Smaug, by any chance? But even better question, was he a good dragon or was he a bad dragon? Oh no, he didn't say it. Oh my god. Do I like these kind of stories? Yeah, you guys tried, and that's what it's all about. Didn't we already vote on this? What, I get to pick again? Oh yeah, dude. You ever go night-night? We all know he was Dragon D's nuts. Oh, there's so many jokes to make. Oh my god. He's falling asleep standing up. What a guy. Oh, dude, is everyone gonna just pile? Am I gonna be a sleeping bag? Am I turning into the Meechty of the group? See, that was cool. That was like, you know, heartwarming, PG-13, happy feeling, you know, except for Vector trying to bring down the mood constantly every 3 seconds. But, you know, I'm all about that. That was, you know, I like that. I thought it was just going to be Lorelei being a thirst trap the whole time. We're going to leave both. And we're going to do some gambling now. Woo! Gambling time. And I was kind of watching your little conversation happening, Mr. Paul and Crash. So I'm with Paul on this one. You know, so I have I'm a big Lind simp, you know that, but look at me. I'm probably not even going to make top 100 for Lind. It does feel a little bad that, how do I even look at it again? Where do you get to rewards here? It's like, yeah, there's some, like, there are some rewards that are locked to certain percentages and stuff, but to me, this is just my take on it. Obviously, everyone's going to have their own opinion, but to me, this is just not a big deal because you can only equip one of these, right? And it's like, for example, you know, this is the same problem I have kind of with costumes. It's like, you know, I got this Lind one here. There's kind of no reason to even have all these other ones as far as I'm concerned. Like, it's like I could unlock these, sure. But like, you know, if you got one that you like, you know, no one can really know that you've collected all these. So it's kind of redundant. You just pick your favorite, go on. It's like, I understand for people who like to collect things, you know, it can be really annoying, but like, you know, like Paul said, the whales have to have something to fight over. You know, everybody has got to get their own little thing that they want to flex or they want to collect. And this is like, that's just like these types of games in general. I wouldn't take it too seriously. I would get a lot more concerned if they were doing, you know, things like costumes, like if you only got a costume for placing in top whatever 100, or if it was like some other less, or I guess more noticeable thing. That might rub me the wrong way, but personally, it's not so bad. Oops, wrong tab. I always see refitting and recruitment, get those confused. Okay, guys, so today we are gambling, and we are not gambling on Shanae because, you know, that's just not my lifestyle. Good luck to anybody who grabs her. Just, you know, I'm not into the, you know, mom get the camera, but I am really into General Lou. I've always been a big fan of her. Now, today, I think what we're going to do, so I'm super scared because for those of you who watched my future upcoming unit scout or whatever, this character gets a huge boost at segment 1 and her weapon. Getting her weapon and getting her first segment essentially doubles her base damage and puts her pretty far ahead of a lot of the other Hydra units that are even out there right now. So, like, I'm really tempted to get segment 1 with the weapon, but I'm also deathly scared because, you know, I still have PTSD over the Fetusa segment 1. I'll be honest, guys. That one went so bad. It literally went as bad as it could possibly go. And it went so bad that I think the way we're going to approach this is we are just going to gamble until we lose. And we'll let fate decide. If I lose a 50-50 in like the first 10 here, because we're on a brand new, I believe. If I lose a 50-50, yeah, we're on a brand new one. Right away, we'll keep going, but you know, let's just hope for the best. Time to totally not lose a 50-50. I hope you're so right, Ron. There's the blue version of it. We got a nice Krollik. Like I said, the one thing that I'm holding on to desperately is my big stash of Doritos. I have quite a few of those. This event is ass, says Mr. SQVW. Last edition, I finished 11th on Ulrid, and this time I got 3rd on Kyohan. But it's a shame for now those spenders and free-to-plays won't be getting exclusive cosmetics. Oh, you're talking about the Starlight thing. I'm like, I thought you were talking about Dawnforger there for a moment. I was like so confused. I'm like, boy, Dawnforger's been the opposite of Dawnforger. It's been really good. But yes, I kind of got over this type of event the first time. The big reward for me that would have made this event a lot more interesting was that if there was a little more to do as far as like the voting part, but it's like the way they have it set up is you pick your character who you're supporting, and then literally day one everybody knows who's going to win, right? Like the gaps between the characters are so big in points that there's hardly ever any movement, and it also feels rigged as hell. I'll go on record saying that it's conspiracy theory, super rigged, and the fact that Lorelei is 5 times higher than the next closest character is like, come on. If you're gonna make it that obvious, like, come on. That's my tinfoil hat. You guys can't prove me wrong. I can't prove myself right, but you can't prove me wrong. Nope, no surprise 5-star. Okay, all right. I think this was a little early, or it's the very first one in Soft Pity. The real reward is dunking on our Nizzle with scores in the DMs. Yeah, dude, that's especially my scores there, and easy to dunk on. I was doing actually pretty good for the teams until we got to Corrosion Day, and then it was obvious that I didn't have a cook eye. It was like, because think about it, everybody on the Lind board is like, obviously, if they got a Lind, they probably got a Kluk eye. I think I'm like the only person who didn't get a segment 6 Kluk eye. So my score just plummeted. All right, I'll shut up now. Let's see if we get a win here. Come on. It is literally the last one. What an entrance. He just keeps, he keeps on winning. I love to see it. Dude. It's so good. All right, well, 1 down and 1 to go. I guess it wasn't the last one. I guess I had a couple more to go. Alrighty, that's good. We're making good progress on this, because we got quite a few left over, right? We got 200. We can easily get the weapon and the segment 1 here if things don't go super wrong. The question is, which one do I go for first? I think we go for the weapon, because she kind of is bricked without it. I think we go for the weapon first. Segment 1, I don't remember. I've already forgotten. I mean, that was a couple weeks ago when I made that video. I forgot which one actually gives you better return, but the plan is to get both of these in the future, so we'll just, we'll start here. No, not the Vepley. I'm sorry to hear that, Roan. Feels bad. Can we send the Vepley back? Is that allowed? This is a fresh one, by the way, right? I need to confirm that. Yes, it is. It's always a fresh one. I think always a fresh one. You are correct. There are no other weapons in the game that give HP as the main stat, which is why this one is like such a significant boost for her. It was just like, it's a question of like, if segment 1 is a 30% boost and the weapon's a 10% boost or a 20% boost, I'm making those numbers up. I know those are really low ball numbers. But like, if segment 1 is a bigger boost than the weapon, then, you probably grab the segment 1 first. But the plan is to get both of them eventually. So if I get the weapon now and then I have to loop back around later for the segment, that's not the worst either. At least she'll be in a relatively usable state. Ooh, a triple. Okay, I think we're in the soft pity now. Little peek. Alrighty. Can we continue the streak? Ah, you love to see it. You love to see it. Okay. Is this my reward for skipping Cheyenne? Okay. Woo. Hey guys, we're making it. We're making it. We just got one more to win. If we can win this, relatively, you know, less than 100 tickets, I think, is a pretty good goal to aim for here. And then we're gonna have to do some. To be honest, I'm banking all of the questionable decisions I'm making right now. I'm banking them all on the fact that I know a lot of other people don't believe the devs, but I actually believe them when they say they're giving us a bunch of extra tickets in the upcoming months. Because I am quickly burning through my savings in between this character, Fetusa, and the last character, Lorelei. I have burned through all the savings essentially that I had been holding for Phelan. So I am really, I'm very much on the trust the plan team. So if the plan ends up, betraying me, then it's going to be a disaster. So you got Vepli's weapon too. Rowan, you're just like #1 Vepli fan. You just don't even realize it. Okay, here we go. We're going to go for segment 1 now and hope that it does not go bad. I've collected every weapon. For some reason, Sakura's purple weapon never showed up. I had that problem with... I forgot who it was, but it was someone that I got their main weapon, but I never got their purple weapon. It was weird. I can't remember who it was, though. It was someone with, like, a pretty common weapon, too. All the extra pulls will be locked behind the soccer drills? No, dude, don't put that into the world. I still haven't done, like, the last 2. I think I have to do the beach one and whatever... Well, what's that storage limit? Oh, hold up. We gotta take a minute break here. Look at all these exclamation points. I'm not going to read any of them either. Storeroom. Are we? Oh, man, we are. Let's dismantle... I think we can just dismantle basic ones. Yeah, let's just do that. There's no reason why I would want to keep a copy of these for anything. I keep copies of the 4-star weapons for reasons I don't know, just because I'm a collector. All right, we'll just do a couple more. This is my secret weapon, though. Once we get past all this, this is my secret stash. Look at all these delicious Doritos just waiting to be slurped up. Look at all of them. This is my secret stash. This is the emergency Phelan fund. So, there is hope even if they try and get me with the schedule. Okay, continue where we left off. They added another soccer mode? No, dude. Is it because of the World Cup? As an American, it's so weird having the World Cup happen in my continent and I just like not caring at all. Everyone else is talking about it and it's just like, sure, man. Ooh, we're not going to get blessed with a lucky early 50-50 tonight. So, let's just keep praying that we win those. I think we're going to be going to soft pity. Oh, thank you, Mr. Zero Domino. I do have to get Springfield's expansion key, and I also have to get Florence's, right? That was the other one that came out. Although, you know, Florence is a little less important, but... All right, so we are dipping our toes into soft pity now, I believe. Still not gold. Do you know who Lamine Yamal is? And no, I have no idea. If you're anybody soccer, I couldn't name you a single soccer player, not a single one from anywhere in the world, even my own country. I know that we have a soccer team, and I think they probably lost in the first round because, like, whatever. I couldn't name you a single soccer player. Okay, for all the marbles, is his dreams gonna be memes? Oh, I was cursed. Roan brought this upon me. I hope you're happy. The dream dies. The dream dies with the Vepli. No, I mean, I guess there's like a teeny tiny small chance that we, you know, there's another one in here, but I highly doubt it. Free Mr. Pizza. No, I don't want the Mr. Pizza. Oh. Well, I guess, you know, one more segment for Vepli. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter who I would have got, because I don't think I need segments on any of the standard characters at this point. Like, I need them, but, like, they don't do anything. Well, guys, I said I would go until I lost. What do we think? What are we thinking here? I know you're all going to give me bad advice. Where are we at? 113? You know, maybe. I mean, it's like right there. So nothing stopping me from clicking it, right? You just like one more. Ah, see here, I thought I was gonna get the lucky redemption 10 pull, but everyone's like, don't do it. Don't try it, Anakin. You underestimate my gambling. Let's go I'm going to go a little bit further here, because we are, you know, if we get let's get the lucky 50-50 early, and we'll fix our mistakes. And if not, then I think we have to hold for, oh gosh, I guess it's Sextons next. Yeah. Because we already had... Yeah, I think it's Sext Hands next. So let's just YOLO get this right now, then. Okay, it didn't work. Plus, like, make bad choices. Yeah, it is kind of criminal not to get her after I got the weapon. The weapon we did win, and we did win in the first 50-50. So overall, I am feeling pretty good about this, even though we did lose that Vepli. I think, you know, they have the high ground, I know. I think I can spring for this. This is not too bad. We did have to go to soft pity on all those. We didn't get any earlies, but this is an acceptable, I think, an acceptable exchange. Damn, especially if I'm gonna get a three ticket refund every time I do a 10 pull. Okay. Surely. Ooh, so this is the point. This is the point of no return. It's like if I stop right now, I'm guaranteed a Sext Hands in like one pull. But if I keep going, then we have to start all over for Sext Hands. Oof. What does the gambler do? What does a gambler do when faced with this kind of dilemma? You know, I also have not done this either. I still don't even know if I should grab anybody from this. We're down to 63. I mean, I have a bunch more, right? Because of the, whatchamacallit? The little event going on where they're handing some more out. So I could actually get a character from here. I just don't know who it would be, right? Like, do I get segment 2 on Springfield? That seems like really not a great use of tickets. I mean, I could get Belka, you know, just for funsies, just so me and Paul could, like, you know, be besties, but I don't know. And then, you know, I could also start, like, literally a year and a half late to the Klukai train and start getting segments on her. I don't know. This is another one, you know? Same thing with the weapon here. I don't need any of these weapons, though. That I don't... Let me look. I mean, I technically need Florence's weapon, but that's, you know, I don't actually need it. Do I blue balls you guys and just stop literally like right before I get it and just... Do we need the weapon for both? You're talking about both the characters that are on the banner right now, Virtuous? On the banner right now, the only one that you, quote, need the weapon for is General Liu. You can get by with other weapons. This one's good for Cheyenne, but it's not, like, hard required. This one, on the other hand, it's like there's not really any other replacement for this because of the health on it, right? Like, there's no other weapon that gives health as the main stat. Do it now, regret later. Hold on to hope and win. These are all very inspirational statements. You surrendered, Anakin. The battle is lost. You're a single pull from doubling your General Liu's damage. It is true. You guys all make really good points. Oh, he's not a single pull. Oh no. The greed was punished. Oh. Whoa, is this a sign? Oh, because I'm on the wrong banner. Holy shit, I'm retarded. Thank you guys. I'm actually glad I didn't win that. That was a scare. Whoa, I was so busy talking about the weapons, and this is what how many times have I shown this to you guys? I cannot talk and stream. Well, I'm 10 closer to whatever weapon we get next. Thank God I didn't win that. Oh my gosh, that would have been embarrassing. Jeez, could you imagine? I always laugh at people when they say stuff like that. I clicked the wrong banner and I gambled the wrong banner. I had an excuse, right? You know, I'm drinking and driving right now, so. Oh, woo! Bro, no. No. He didn't repeat it. He didn't do it again, did he? This is a prank, right? Oh, no. Oh, no. The double punch. Dude, now I feel like I really should back down. I feel like that really was my warning shot right there. Oof. Oof. Do we do singles? But if we do singles, then we can't get a double. See, this is the gambler's logic right there in a nutshell. If I do single pulls, I can't get a double. I did say literally no chance you go to hard pity. Well, I mean, there's still no chance I go to hard pity, right? This is a sign. The dark side has its ways. 3 single pulls, but I know, but like, if I do 3 single pulls, I can't get a double. All right, it's all for fun and games. You know, this is why, you know, we stream, we do what we must. Like I said, I have a big savings pile. I'll regret this later. You know, once again, guys, don't do what I do. In a previous life, I would have listened to my own advice. I would have stopped, but this is, you know, this is fun. I'm no math magician, but your numbers check out. If this was probably any other character, I would have skipped, but I do actually really like General Liu. She has always been one of my favorite characters, even in GFL1. And this is like, I mean, yeah, I know it's a crop top, but like this is like one of the least Goonerish designs I've done in a long time. This is a pretty cool, I really like this, like the jacket, you know, I'm just coping right now. What am I saying? I'm just coping. Right, are we going straight to segment 2 though? Here's the question. Are we gonna do mistakes and miracles? No. Wow, what an exciting yet not too exciting end to the gambling. Okay, well, I think we're gonna be in recovery mode for a while. Jesus Christ, down to 30. Yeah, we're gonna be in recovery mode for a hot minute here. So whoever is coming next, yeah, I don't know. It's rough because I do kind of want to grab most of the upcoming characters too. I want to get me just a base version of every character from here on out. Sop mod. I might skip OTS 14 completely. I might. We're gonna see about that. That one might be just complete skip. Let's do this real quick. I'm gonna try and level her up relatively quickly here, and we'll use her in. I think we can do. That's a good question. Can we do? I can do the previous challenge modes. That's right. We never did those. Don't look at the collapse pieces and everything is fine. Dan says I can cope with somebody because I'm gonna skip OTS 14. Yeah, I'm really on the edge of skipping her. Like I know I like literally just have been pushing the OTS 14 propaganda like everybody else has been doing, but that's only because I care about you guys. You know, I don't want you guys to make the bad decisions I'm making. And I want to present the information as unbiased as I can. And as far as I can tell, there's like it's really hard to not look at that character and be like, oh yeah, this character is skippable. But I'm gonna do it because, to be honest, I really just don't like her unless they do something drastically cool in the story. Just the idea of the character, I'm not a huge fan of. I don't know, the whole like two Groses split personality body nonsense is just. They're gonna have to do a lot of legwork in the story to make me like her, which they have done in the past. In Project Neurocloud, they did a really good job of it. So they can do it if given the chance, but you know, we shall see. We shall see. All right, I think that's enough of that. Let's get the weapon here. Make this, nope, not calibrate, enhance. There we go. This is kind of a problem. I think we're going to steal Springfield's because she doesn't have a great set, but she has at least she's got health on some of her stuff. This was kind of annoying that they didn't really let you pre-farm. These are kind of ass actually, but we're gonna use it anyway. Oh god, it's like the low. Look at this, the rolls. I'm like, oh yeah, I got health boost. I'll fix this later. It's so bad. It's so bad. And then Springfield, you can use. I'm sure we have some stuff laying around for you. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, she's a support. You don't really give a crap about her damage. Take that one, and physical. No, I gotta have a phase strike in here, right? What? I don't have a phase strike? This is inappropriate. We'll just, whatever. Like I said, Springfield doesn't really do any damage, so it kind of doesn't matter. Remolding pattern. Let's upgrade this guy. All right. Is our AI friend going to equip this correctly? What do we got? Thronebreaker, precision, area specialization. You tried. Okay, you almost got it. You were so close, game. You almost got it. Area specialization. Really, any of these that are not that. What do we need to get? 3, just one with a triple. A megaform. Oh, actually, no. We're already at enough. Yeah, why does the game do that? Corrosion boost, pinpoint. Can we just get a corrosion or an attack boost one? Oh, that's right. She doesn't need attack. I'm so stupid. He's so dumb. He's such a casual. Do I have any that have even something remotely normal? Onslaught? Sure. Whatever. That's like better than nothing. Oh, I guess we're overcapping pinpoint. Never mind. Okay, I guess the answer is Thronebreaker then. Corrosion, Kicker, man, Ambush Mastery? Is this one out of turn damage? Yeah. Does anyone know? Does her horse count as out of turn? Does this affect the horse? This is min-maxing way too much, bro. Just give her something and play the game. We don't need to min-max this hard. I'm just curious if there is a Hydro one. Nope. Okay, you're getting physical resistance. Congratulations. And we gotta get the segment 1 activated. Very important. And let's activate all these. Was it Sextans or OTS, the one where people were recommending to segment 6? Yeah, it's OTS, Groza Alt. I mean, technically they're both. It depends on the team you want to build. Groza is just very good because she fits everywhere. But if you really are a big fan of like the other Blade units, for example, Fetusa and Ulrid, then yes, grabbing a segment 6 Sextans will bring them to a new level as well, and future units, right? Because they also previewed Igla as one of the upcoming characters. But all we know is that she's going to use a rapier, because obviously that's what she uses every other time you encounter her. Okay, we got all this activated. Grab this key here, and then I think we'll be good enough to slap some combat together with her. Let's actually equip some of these keys. I forgot. Let's see. Not this one. Not this one. This one's important. You translated that as joint ops? Okay, sure. This is pretty good. And this one. And we'll just give her some just generic stuff in the meantime. I wonder if there is no keys that are crit and health boost. That is unfortunate. Unless I make them. That is the one downside, is she's kind of annoying as hell to gear out. And we don't have one of these, so we'll just... Nope, not that. Sure, close enough. And what am I forgetting? Springfield key. Thank you for reminding me again. Where is Springy? Where is she? This key is so good. It's so good. Just it does so much. So I mean, like, why? I don't know. I'll never understand how they decide who gets blessed and who doesn't get blessed. Oh yeah, it just wants me to know that I have different skins. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let me just do one more quick look over her kit. It's not great, but it'll do. What's the crit rate at right now? Ooh. Okay, these attachments are a disaster. That's right, because none of these have crit. Oh. Well, you know, it is what it is. We're playing on hard mode. Okay, let's go to Dawnforger. Go to some Yawnforger here. We'll do a couple of these. I don't even know if we're gonna get through all 5 of these. Oh yeah, and it's this. This boss was actually kind of interesting in the heroic mode. I wonder if this is going to be harder or easier. Maybe you guys can give me some hints. In the heroic mode story, this thing was actually kind of annoying. Just because it was hard to unga bunga it down in one turn, and then it like exploded all over your face. But you know, I might just have to take two supports to like keep the team alive, and then it'll probably be easy. All right, let's try out some units. Let's have a little bit of fun, guys. All right, let's do some Hydro. Let's do the all Hydro team. Get some Springfield, get some General Lou, get some... Who do we want for our last slot? I think we're taking Florence because I don't have a segment 1 or anything Nikita. So I think we're going to go turbocharge. Yeah, let's try this. Springfield's new key, is that what you're asking about? Springfield's new key does a whole ton of things, but the important one is that when you use opportune assistance here, it puts shared telepathy on the whole team, as opposed to just the target of it, which is like actually a big deal because obviously if you're running a unit besides Tolo, such as Nikata or Lu, you're going to want more than one you're going to want more than one words character with that buff up because they all want to generate confectants. And I think we're just going to do pretty standard. I don't know how risky I want to get here. Like I said, I've not played with this team yet. So we don't know how powerful this team is and how much like brute force I can do just yet. This is the other thing her key does. It summons the Freedom Eagle, the second Freedom Eagle that pecks at people. And you get more and more damage on this depending on if you do damage with Hydro attacks. I think we come to here. I think we give you the trigger. This will make the bear hit this guy. I think we come to here, and then we just start... This guy up here, I'm not so sure if he's going to be a problem. Maybe we'll have Tolo deal with that guy. And then I think we just... Ooh, they're thicker than I imagined. Let's give it a try. It might help if I crit any of these, but I won't because I have really, really low crit rate because I built this character like a dummy. All right, so this dude, he has to attack the bear, so he's actually not that big of a problem. The other issue is I forgot that this thing just attacks the closest, so the last attack went on this. Can Tololo... Can I solo him? Actually, I think she can, because she'll definitely crit. The problem is, where is she going to end her movement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, she won't be able to get behind the... And then if I come to any of these squares, I can't shoot up at him. This is going to be awkward. Let's try it. Darn. I won't. Oh, wait. Perfect. Oh, no. Stop it. There we go. Stakes and miracles. Although I guess this guy could just run around the building and shoot me in the back, but we'll find out if he does that. Oh, this guy thought. He thought using his big brain power. Oh, he did too. That's okay. We're playing with Springfield, so everyone has a billion life. The noise effect on that, the little splat. She's fine. Don't worry about it, bro. This bird goes crazy, dude. He's out of control. Okay. This is somewhat of a problem though, because there's so many of them now and we don't have AoE on this team. Okay, let's give everyone the juice. I think I almost have to fall back and start dealing with these guys. I think Tolo's going to hang out up here and just shoot down like a turret. And then I think everyone's going to turtle over here while she does that. Because with this crappy built team that I have put together here, I don't think I will be able to make this work. That's fine. You can hit me through stability. That's not a big deal. Oh, I messed up her turn 1 rotation because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, that's a big problem. That is really obnoxious. So how far can these guys go? Oh, they're so fast. He can come right up to me and slap me. It's not looking good, guys. I think we might have to... The man who messed up his rotation. I mean, I could rewind it, but like... Yeah, let's just see what happens. I mean, we are living with Springfield's really OP HP buff. Oh, damn, that hit a lot harder than I thought it was going to. I think we Florence this again. Although, to be honest, I probably should be using it on Tolo because she actually can crit targets. General Lu is in a spicy spot. I really should have moved either Florence or Springfield. I mean, what are we looking at? That will kill him. What about this guy? Can we get a kill on somebody? Ew, gross. This is gross. It's not great, guys. It's not great. Not gonna lie. The horse will attack. I think he's gonna attack this guy because it's the closest. Let's just see what happens here. We might have to do some rewinds. This is getting not great. It's not great. Oh, if only you would crit. If only you would crit. I could also just ride to freedom. Safely get out of there. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let's do this. Let's get to a safer spot. Yeah, we'll finish this guy off. Oh god, she hits so bad. It's so small. I have a lot of work to do on the gear. I mean, this is essentially like as if I had given Tololol a whole set of HP attachment war gear and no crit and no attack power. So it's not great. What's this about Helen being censored? Did they change something for her on global? No idea about. You're talking about ooh, he kind of slapped right there. Don't know what you're talking about for Helen. Cannot comment. How did I place in Star Wish Twin? Oh, my bro, my friend, my dear colleague, not great. I don't know if I'm going to be getting top 100. I think we're getting knocked out of top 100 for my Lin support. I haven't done it yet today, but I'm on the edge, and I don't know if I might be able to squeak in. And you know, if you would have asked me that a couple hours ago, I would have been like, maybe I'll buy a couple extra boosts with collapse pieces. But after the gambling, I'm pretty much out of gas. We got to do something about this over here. How far can this guy go? 10? So you can probably get into like here. I kind of need to kill him because he can actually run me down. Yeah, it's kind of... I could also just... You know what? Actually, Springfield is pretty healthy. I think she can just take some hits. We're going to have to team up. We're going to use the power of friendship here to clean up these ads over here. Game is kind of stuttering. This is one of the things I like about Tola, how she can just relocate so easily. I think we can... What is the difference between these guys? This one is the one that... Hydro damage taken. Well, that's just going to be a problem. And he counterattacks. Is this one the same? Oh, they're the same. Yeah, you're right. They're both the same. We're playing on real hard mode today, guys. I think we're going to work on this guy just because he's getting chunked harder. So that shouldn't be too bad because Springfield needs to go still. She can heal everyone up. I'm actually going to wait till the end of the turn to do that because I know I'm going to get counterattacked one more time. Oh, you hit so... You're so weak. You're so weak. Can't even come out to the side here either. Ooh, are we not even going to kill either of these guys? That's going to be gross. Oh, 300 damage. I'm hoping 55% chance. We got this, surely. Not even close. Back to the drawing board with these builds. Back to the drawing board. Okay, we can do this. Actually, we'll have Florence go. It's not the end of the world because Florence can do this. Actually, she can do this. And she'll just taunt them. And if the bear dies, you know? Thanks, Arios. What a bro. And then we can heal everyone and have some stability. I will admit, since we're doing last Dawnforger... Oh god, that hurt. That hit a lot harder than I thought it was going to. Since we're doing last Dawnforgers, this is the Hydro or the Fire Shield, so we're on like mega hard mode, right? Yeah. Let me make sure nobody dies here real quick. We're on like 10 times hard mode. Goodbye, Arios. You tried. Don't get one shot, Florence. Perfect. This is, if it's not fire or burn, minus 20%. None of this damages. Damage dealt, minus 25. If it's not on burn tiles, another 20. So what are we at? Minus, what is this? Minus like 70%. And then another 20%, the minus 90%. Yeah. They are getting a lot of damage reduction. And then they have these passives, right? Like these guys here. They got this anti-hydro passive. So we're definitely... You know, we're on mega hard mode right now. So don't be deceived. We are working and we are going to earn it. I think we have Florence continue to just... I think actually Florence is just going to CC these guys forever and always because these guys are so tanky because of their hydro reduction. I think we're just going to start picking off everybody else in the meantime. These guys, Edge Walker, he's edging. Cryo, oh yeah. I think we're going to have Lou sweep around here and we're going to just work on this side here. Do I want to put the bird here or here? I don't think it matters. We're going to put the bird here. Which banner besides Phelan am I mostly excited for? I would probably say Sextans. Sextans or Middle. Middle's a really cool, like P90, also a really cool character. I kind of like what they did with her build too. But it's, I don't know, Sextan's design is just so, it's so good. It's so good. I don't need to refresh this, right? Everyone's at full HP. Yeah, and Tolo did not go through 6 stacks, so I think we're gonna just break this guy's stability. Or you know what? This guy over here, I think, because that'll tee him up for a real easy kill. This bird, he's so crazy, dude. We can do... Tolo will crit for sure, because she's not a sandbag. Everybody else on this team is a sandbag, but not her. Oh, that was something we never covered. I should have talked about that. We didn't talk about the new Tolol key, which summons satellites and stuff. Let me just check which one of these is more dangerous. This guy's more dangerous. He does actual damage. Yeah, we didn't talk about the Tolol key. Long story short, the Tolol key summons little satellites, similar to how this bird is floating here. She summons little satellites on her turns, and they stay for a medium to average amount of time on the field. You have to keep resummoning them, but it's not really even something you think about, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we're going to do this. Can I do it without? Yeah, this should be fine. I think he's gonna attack these guys though. Yeah. All right. Well, he's actually doing decent damage now. All of a sudden, bro wanted to lock in. I think we still focus over here though. Although we could relocate. We don't need to, because these guys are taunted. Let's just do this. We don't need to. This attack, unfortunately, is going to go on this guy, though. I'm pretty sure he's still the closest. Oh, well, that worked out. We actually crit, and we killed him, so mission accomplished. You may not die, Pegasus. I'm surprised this thing doesn't have a cool name. You know, we got Arios over here. We got Tarzan and his friend Elson, and then we have Pegasus, just literally Pegasus. Why didn't they call this thing like, I don't know, guys. Shout out your favorite Pegasus name. Oh, what were the horses that they called for Soul in Project Neurocloud? Her swords, they were named after the horses from Norse mythology. I know those are technically not Pegasuses, I don't think. Pegasi? Pegasus? Whatever, you get it. My bros get me. I don't need to explain myself. Why is this? We're just gonna. This is a struggle map, guys. I'll be honest. I mean, this is the problem when you don't pay attention to the game mechanics. You really do have to work hard for it. This team is getting hard carried by Toll. I mean, it's not General Lu's fault. I really did sabotage her build like hard, but. You know, it's just kind of funny. General Luz is like, she's like riding her horse around. She's like, look at me, I'm helping. Florence is also putting in pretty good work by taunting everyone with the bear. It's okay. This is gonna be her moment to shine right here. General Lushi is going to redeem herself. We got the defense down. We're going to shoot him in the side of the head here. Boom. 1,000 damage because we didn't crit. We didn't crit again. There we go. We crit. And we broke the terrain. We got this. We got this, guys. Crit, please. You're so weak. Oh, no. No! He's going to live. Someone going to get one shot here? Arios doesn't give a fuck. MVP Arios right there, boys. You saw it. Wow. It did not feel like General Lu did 30% damage there. It felt like 10%. Okay, well. I tried. All right, let me get to the bottom of this, dude. What are you guys talking about censorship? Let me catch up here. I thought it was censorship for Helen. I forgot who Helena is now. I realize she's some NPC. There's like 3 Helens, right? There's Helen the T-doll. There's Helen the little girl, and then there's Helena, or I don't know what they changed her name, which is the oh my gosh, the ex-Griffin, like one of your old bosses. I guess not boss, but like, you know, that one. I forget. Helenethus? I forgot her actual like in-game name, but it's like shortened to Helen, I believe. And which one are we talking about here with this drama? We got some drama for the censorship. I don't know. Did they? Let's go take a look here. Oh, that's right. That's right. He doesn't believe in the gotcha slop in the gooner bait. So I don't know. She looks exactly the same from this one angle that I can tell you. She looks exactly the same as she did before. I'll do some research on that for you guys. Yo, what up, XCJ Smith? Long time no see. How did my polls go? They went pretty good. We won the first General Lu, and we won the weapon, but we did have to lose and go to like almost hard pity on the second General Lu. So that evened out. I'm pretty much broke now. I'm back to being a pleb like you guys. I'm amongst my people once again. But, you know, mission accomplished. I got me a segment 1 General Lu with the weapon. And yeah, I think I'm all pretty much good to just coast from here on out. I'll probably grab some like segment 0s of characters from here on out. And we're just kind of saving for Phelan. And like I said, I'm really betting or hoping that the devs were not like being cheeky when they said, hey, we're giving a ton of pulls over the next 4 months, because I know I'll raise my hand. I'll have got because that's the only reason I did some of the gambling that I did do. I would have been a little more conservative because I definitely want to get me a segment 6 Phelan, which, like I said, I think we're doing pretty good actually. Where is it? This one? Where's the Doritos? I have some Doritos here. Good chunk of them. So I have another 350 tickets here. And then I have, as people saw, I have a ton of purple weapons. Just probably 6 months worth of purple weapons. Can I even filter? Maybe in the storeroom. Can I filter by purple weapon? Not really, but I have this many. This is purple, all purple, all purple, all purple. And then we finally get to non-purple. So what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We'll just round it to 30, and it's what? How many of these? 9 across? What a weird amount. So I have another 270 weapons that I can disassemble to get some emergency funds. So I'm feeling pretty confident still, but you know, you got to be a little careful. And never said, especially if I start losing 50-50s on, like if I try and get just base sextons and I lose a 50-50 on that, that could get kind of spicy. You know, you take a couple L's in a row like that and it really puts you behind. So you got to be careful. You were asking about, you said it's XCJ Smith says, I saw your analysis on Asteria, but I only saw a bit. How is she? You mean the one I did at the beginning of the stream here? You know, I'm gonna hold my judgment until I see her in action, but she seems like a very, very strong buffing unit, like almost like Springfield levels of buffing, but only for physical. That's the difference. Is like, I don't see any reason to ever use her outside of a pure physical team. That's why Chris says you shouldn't believe their lives. Yuzong is not to be trusted. It's true. After this debacle, right? Like, this is the other thing that's to not be trusted. The fact that this HP is supposed to be dynamic, depending on, they tried to make it seem like, oh, as players beat this boss, this HP bar goes down, but really this is just a timer, right? I can literally wait till the very last minute to do this. Like, this never closes early. When really, if they wanted this to be accurate, they would just have it be dead when it's dead, and then you can just still do your runs afterward, and it just doesn't have any downside in it. So the fact that they tried to play this off like this is actually based on people playing the game is like, no, this is just a timer. Like, don't lie to me. And then, like I said, the fact that some of these are just like, look at the discrepancy. Even between 2 and 3, right? 20,000 or 19 million to 15 million is like, come on, guys. It's not even close. And then from there, it drops down to 8 million. It like halves again. It's like, bro, these aren't even in the same time zone. The rest of it is pretty believable, though. Like everything past Helen, I'm a little surprised she's number 4. But if we just kind of go like this, everything here seems perfectly like legit. Like, these all seem relatively close. I'm actually surprised Vector's this high. And I have no idea what Basti's doing up here. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Basti, but I did not think she was this popular. Vetusa actually kind of rocking it as well. Poor Florence. Poor Robella. Oh, Lind Bros. We're getting beat by Groza. What are you guys doing? I'm trying. I'm trying my best. Dude, I think there's only like 300 of us. I'll be honest. Can I tell you guys a secret? I use my alt account. I know I'm cheating. I'm double voting. I have my alt account doing Lind as well. And it said that my alt account was like ranked 170 or something at the end of the first day. Cause I just slapped, my alt account is like really crap. And I just slapped some units in there. And then I went to the ranking screen. It said top 40%. And I'm like, bro, that means there's only like 400 of us, even on Team Lind. So that's rough. We're trying so hard. Oh, poor Laney. Some of these others I'm surprised Lewis is this low. Centurisi's also kind of sad. What else we got? Oh, Nemesis, not bottoming now. Pretty good. I'm trying to see who's the least popular character. Some of these make sense, right? I'm surprised Jang used this low, actually. A lot of the 4-stars being down here doesn't surprise me because, like, they're just not powerful. And unfortunately, meta really does, as you can see here on the right, meta really does color people's perceptions of how much they like a unit. Weirdly enough, I could do a PhD thesis on that, but I'm not going to. That would be another 10-hour video. So, and then these are all pretty standard. The bottom is just, whoa, Paritia's down to here? Damn. Paritia? I thought people liked Paritia. Dude, Paul single-handedly boosting Belka up to 45. Let's go, Paul. Nice job, man. He's got all the Belka fans on his shoulder and he's carrying them to victory. Because she was down here, I think. She was like almost bottom. And look at him. Through his sheer determination and wailing, he's pushed her up. He's almost beat the Krolik fans. This is crazy to me that Paritia has such a low amount of people. I thought she was way more liked than that. I can't believe Vepli is up here. Vepli should be where Paritia is. Oh man. Okay, that's enough picking apart these, it's okay. I'm just saving all my power. Tonight I'm gonna when I'm off stream here, I'm gonna max these out and I don't even think I can anymore, right? I got enough. I do actually have enough, but I almost don't. But we've gone way past our bedtime. I said I was only going to stream for like an hour today, but we did manage to push it out. And I stalled and yapped. We made it to 2 hours. So next week, I will not be here. I am going to a better place. That is Las Vegas. So I'll be in Las Vegas next week, so I'll be doing real gambling. That's how I plan to recover from the gambling tonight. I'm going to go to the craps table and I'm just going to take all of my savings for the next 6 months of GFL and I'm just going to put them on the table and I'm going to say double or nothing. And then I won't be able to roll on characters for the rest of the year. So that'll make these streams a lot quicker. But I will not be here next week. And I know there's some things I didn't get a chance to cover. We still never really did a deep dive in on AK-12, but that might just not happen. And next time we reconvene, I hope we'll have time to do. We'll talk a little more about STAR or Asteria. Actually, that kind of rolls off the tongue, right? STAR 15 was her old name, so STAR turns into Asteria. But we're going to talk about her because her kit will be out. We'll be able to talk about segments, although it'll probably be old news by the time I get around to it. But either way, we'll kind of have a good idea of how she's, if she can perform CPR on the physical team for CN side. And then we'll chill. We'll probably do some more. I'll have to come back and finish up these. We might not use water elements for this one, but challenge modes should be open. Yeah, challenge modes will be open then, so we'll do some of those. And then we'll probably, I don't know, we'll mess around. We'll have fun. You know how it is, guys. We just, we're just looking for excuses to come hang out. Oh, thank you. Change the background. God. This is why I love streaming, because you guys help me out here. All these little things that I can't remember. There we go. That's a sick ass background, actually. Dude, this horse is like so oh, I love this horse, dude. This is like cyberpunk nightmare stuff, and I love it. So thanks everyone for joining me. I hope all of you guys have luck on your polls if you haven't done them already, and hopefully you guys have a great time in Gunsmoke next week. I won't be able to do a video for that, so you know, let's just hope for the best on that one as well. But until then, I will, like I said, I'll post the video. I think it'll be 2 weeks from now, so let me just tentatively say the 20 or the 30th. I'm just gonna make that up. You'll see it. I'll post it when I come back from vacation. I'll put it up a bunch of days ahead of time, so you'll have a fair warning. So until then, you guys have a great one. Love y'all. See ya. Bye-bye.